LACO leads the Greater Los Angeles Regional Transformational Assistance Center, one of 8 R-TACs in the state of California. We support all current and prospective CCSPP grantees or community school grantees in LA County. We are here as a support to our grantees to implement the community schools model with fidelity. Here in Los Angeles County, we have over 460 schools who are community school grantees, and that is over 20% of all grantees in the entire state, and the largest concentration of community schools in the nation. The Greater Los Angeles R-TAC teams provide and facilitate events such as webinars, communities of transformational practice, learning site visits, and events like this, convening together through subregions and the entire county to come together to have these very important conversations, co-learning with each other about how do we move this work forward during this really transformative time.
The partnership between UCLA and Greater Los Angeles R-TAC is about making sure that UCLA can work in tandem with the support and the development of community schools. We want to make sure that we're doing our part on the LA County side to fulfill the larger mission and the goals of the Community Schools Initiative, which is to ensure that we put supports and services in communities that have been long overlooked and underserved, to make sure they're getting the kind of supports at the local levels and at the statewide levels to help those goals come to fruition. We have our schools that we work with. We're in communication with those community schools coordinators to make sure that they have the adequate supports that they need. We're trying to make sure that we have measurable objectives and outcomes that are intact. We're making sure that we're truly and authentically engaging our partners, our community members, our parents and caregivers, and trying to also learn from other community schools across the state to make sure that we're not missing out on key elements of what the work should entail.
So as a superintendent, I see my role as a lead learner. So I'm learning about best practices in transforming our schools. I found R-TAC amazingly available and accessible. It's just literally a phone call away, and providing resources, samples, best practices, guidance, and also, I think the most amazing part is they really have been the champion, the mentor, the expert guide.
Our district actually was awarded over $22 million, which is 17 community schools. So in the local area, I think we're one of the higher number of community schools within our San Gabriel East area. We actually had a planning grant. So the planning grant was for 2 years. During that time, we actually called R-TAC a lot. They were so helpful. They were always there to provide us with the support, resources, forms, whatever our needs were, they were there for us. They've been a thought partner. They have been members that have been very proactive in just sending us information. Actually have come to my district, met with them just to kind of assess what are our needs? Are we on the right track? Even this year, are we on the right track? This is what we're doing. And so they've been very influential in the practices that we already have in place.
What's important to know about community schools is that folks will say, if I show up, will I see a big community school brand out in front? And I say no. What you will see is a committed and dedicated effort of adults who are trying to ensure that they respond to the needs of caregivers, parents, and students. So what would it look like? If you've got a community schools coordinator, that person is almost like the air traffic controller who ensures that anybody who walks into a school, if they have supports needed for mental health, if they have medical needs, if they even have legal needs in some cases, if you have unhoused individuals, that person really knows how to connect the dots so that families and students are able to access those needs. It's a warm handoff, or in some cases, those needs are right in the school where you can walk over and talk to someone who might be from a community-based agency, or you can walk over and talk to someone who might provide some kind of legal support. So the goal is that students will make sure that they don't have to go without any of the essential needs that are required holistically for them to do well academically.